Hi, Dr. Liz here with Conversations for Effective Living and the Hypnotize Me podcast. And today I'm going to talk about bonding after you have a baby, okay? And also during pregnancy. So a lot of women expect, or actually I think it's more of like our culture says, oh, you need to bond with the baby while you're pregnant, and some motivation for doing all these different things. And I know this gets talked about in prenatal yoga too, like go to yoga to bond with your baby. Go to prenatal yoga. It's great, okay? It decreases anxiety, depression before and after birth. But my point is that sometimes that bonding, quote unquote, that you're expecting doesn't really happen during pregnancy, and it takes time to grow after birth as well. And sometimes you just feel like there's just something in there, okay? And they move around, you may get a little sense for them, like my second baby, would just always make me laugh, right? And I would go to my chiropractor, and she would make my chiropractor laugh. Like, she just had such a funny sense about her, and she still makes people laugh. But I couldn't really visualize her. Like, I didn't really feel bonded to her in any way. It was just more like, oh, she seems like a funny baby. So, for me, it really happened more after my kids were born. And this also takes time. So there is the whole like, oh, like you bond the first minute you see them. That totally happens. And that's wonderful when it happens. But for a lot of moms, like a good percentage, that bond grows over time. And I'm talking like months, years. That's okay. All right. For those moms, they often feel like, what's wrong with me? Like, why aren't I just immediately feel like a connection and a bond with this baby? And sometimes it just means that, babies are really hard. You can see my other video about that. Like, it's pretty much hell after you first have a baby. And the bond, happens over time because it's so hard. Okay, it's like, oh my God, now I have to take care of this baby slash thing, and I have to keep it alive, and there's a lot of pressure there and all of that. So a lot of the feelings go into that. Often when the baby starts smiling around 6 weeks, then the bond starts to grow, because that's feedback that you're getting, right? That's pretty normal. It's pretty natural. Like, thank God they smile around 6 weeks, or else you would just throw them in the woods, right? Like, okay, this is what I used to always say. Like, thank God they smile around 6 weeks, because that's about the breaking point for most moms of like, oh my God, I'm going nuts here. So anyway, sometimes moms get really scared that there's something wrong with them, that they're never going to bond to this baby. And I try to reassure them and say, that's really not the case. Like, the longer you take care of the baby, the more you're going to grow to love them, and the bond will grow, and that'll be a wonderful thing that happens. All right. So that's my thought for today. I just want to reassure moms out there that everything's okay. It's all going to be okay. All right. I'll see you next week. Remember, there's free stuff at my website, like a free hypnosis for a better pregnancy, a free hypnosis to reduce fear and anxiety. So go get those. All right. Help yourself out. I'll talk to you soon.